Phil Minissale is joining us in the studio. Phil has a new album, a brand new album called Young Fool, and I don't know, Phil, this might be visit number 3, 4, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't been keeping tabs on that, but I do know the first time I ran into you, and I don't know if we had a chance to talk about this, but our mutual friend Toby Walker was shepherding you around at it was actually at a Folk Music Society of Huntington concert. Forget the concert, but I think you did the open mic. Maybe Toby did the open mic.
Yeah, Pat Wichter's show.
Was it Pat Wichter?
Yeah, and Toby was in the audience, and that's a good story because I actually I wasn't writing a lot of songs then. I might have had 2 songs that were written, and I was way too nervous to actually sing the lyrics up on stage. So, you know, being that I did the finger style, I figured like, oh, they can all work as instrumentals. So, so I'm going to warm up down in the basement of the Huntington Folk Society show,
right.
And I go down there, and this guy, he's playing on this little slide guitar on his lap, and I was like, you know what, that would sound really, really good, you know, on my song. And when I was performing when I was younger, I would get really nervous, so it helped to have someone else on the stage, you know, just to, I don't know, absorb some of that that energy. I mean, a lot of people are like that, but I brought him up on stage, and everyone was like, what's going on here? Like, who is this kid? But I didn't know at the time that I was, I guess, too nervous to ask if you know, what his name was, but it was Pat Wichter that went up on the stage with me. And he jammed with me, and Toby was in the audience, and ever since then, it was just, he wanted to introduce me to everyone that he knew, and it was just so gracious of him to do.
And Toby was singing your praises, absolutely singing your praises. That's a while ago.
Yeah,
that's a while ago. That's several albums and an EP ago.
That's true,
if you measure it that way. Right?
I think I was 17.
Just a kid.
Yeah.
Just a kid. Now you're an old man, so join the club, right? Young Fool is the title of the new one. This is your second album, and there was an EP
there was
years ago. And your other album was about 2 years ago? It's been about 2 years.
It was probably just under 2 years.
That seems fairly standard, the 2-year time between albums, unless you're the Eagles and you can take
right, unless you're extremely prolific and can release an album. Well, I mean, I hear 12 months to 18 months. You know, that's what I usually hear. So a year to a year and a half is a good, you know.
So it's hot off the press.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
actually,
you just got them this week.
Yeah, I just got them in the mail on Wednesday, and it's actually not released yet. I'm going to be releasing it at my CD release shows this coming weekend.
So the official release, if we can talk in those terms, on Long Island. If people want to plan for this,
that's right.
If they got the calendar out and they want to plan for this, where do they have to go?
They want to go to the show that I have on Friday, May 7th at Garden City.
Okay, this is
the Garden Stage Show.
Garden Stage
Show. That's the Long Island official release. Of this album.
And that's a co-bill.
Yes, it's a co-bill with another great fingerstyle songwriter, Danielle Moralia.
She's a Boston babe, as they say.
Yes, or a Cambridge cat, as we dubbed yesterday.
Yeah, that's Cambridge Cats.
We're going to get a co-write on that song.
Yeah, I think that's a great title. So Diane has played down here on the island before. She's done a couple of gigs on the island.
Yeah, we actually did the Hard Luck. The first time I played over at the Hard Luck Cafe, I did a co-bill with Danielle and her and I. It was just, the chemistry's great, and we play some songs together at the end of the show, and it's always a great time.
So the new one is Young Fool, and the songs were, was this a tough one, or are you in one of these writing runs these days?
I think all the songs happened pretty quick. There were a few songs that I had written after I had just released Home to Me, the first album, and I kept them in the repertoire, and then a lot of them didn't make it onto the CD, so they're just a lot of them came out of, you know, being foolish and having your heart broken, stuff like that.
All of those things.
all of that stuff.
Okay. Let's play a track from the CD and then get you to do some stuff live. Phil Minissale is our guest here on Sunday Street celebrating a new CD called Young Fool, which has its official Long Island debut or release this Friday evening. Let Me Explain is the track I think we're gonna play from this.
All right.
What's the story on this one?
Oh.
Or is it a story you can share with us?
The story is had a falling out with a girlfriend, and we never had closure. So this is essentially what I would say.
So this open-ended situation.
Yeah, just let me explain it now.
Okay. New stuff from Phil Minissale on Sunday Street.